I had this overwhelming sense that I was going to marry you and that you were like the answer to my prayers in so many ways. And you're literally like, I feel like I manifested you.
I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz.
I'm not really a jealous person.
I kind of am.
You are very possessive.
To be honest.
And very controlling.
But you're my girl.
Settle for someone that's cheating on me. You guys, do you understand what cheating is? Do you understand that means you're not worthy of loyalty?
Happened between Landon and his ex-girlfriend is going to court. They, the liar, get what they deserve.
Manifestation coach and beloved self-development content creator, the Wizard Liz, known worldwide for her empowering motivational videos, shared devastating news. Her husband and fellow YouTuber, Landon, cheated on her while she is 4 months pregnant. Liz courageously revealed every heartbreaking detail on her Instagram, leaving fans shocked and heartbroken. I will never ever create a fake narrative for social media. I will not preach something and not take the advice myself. Landon decided to make a Snapchat account and reach out to a girl to meet up. He was just with me in London, made a whole book about how much he loves me. The girl reached out to me. My friend today showed us evidence. He called the relationship fake. Meanwhile, my cats are with him in Dallas, all my stuff is there in our apartment, and oh, I'm 4 months pregnant. He says he's incredibly sorry, but honestly, I feel like I didn't know him at all. I'm absolutely heartbroken and shocked. My haters can go celebrate. I will always have the last laugh. Let's rewind back to the first time they met at the airport. Was it a pure fate, or was it the creepiest setup ever? She's at the Athens airport with her girls, ready for a dream vacation in Santorini. Out of nowhere appears Landon, a shy, soft-spoken guy who just happened to forget his bag. Cute coincidence, or is it giving stalking vibes? Her fans are now convinced this is no random encounter, but rather a carefully planned setup. Why? Because Landon knew Liz before they ever met. He had once casually DM'd her a book recommendation. Innocent enough, right? But fans now suspect that this small gesture was his first step toward infiltrating her life.
I literally told her within 36 hours, I was like, look, this is going to sound like a lot, and I'm sorry, because I know it's weird, but I know I'm supposed to marry you. That's weird as heck, but like...
And I was like, great.
You're the answer to my prayers. And so, yeah, we eloped.
Landon didn't just date Liz, he studied her. Like, seriously studied her. Liz had built a massive following on social media, inspiring women with advice on manifestation, self-love, and feminine power. And Landon? He took notes. He memorized her videos, mirrored her beliefs, and repeated her ideas back to her.
Liz and I definitely had an ideal partner in mind, and we manifested ourselves to be the right version of who we need to be to attract that partner. And then somehow we both just ran into each other, came into each other's life, and it just works out perfectly. Like, I literally think I manifested you.
Yeah.
Like, you're the perfect girl for me, and I always wanted to be the perfect guy for a girl like you.
Before Liz knew it, he was playing Mr. Perfect. He seemed like everything she had ever manifested. But her fans now think this perfection was just an act. They believe he spent years watching her videos, taking notes, playing the part until he won. And once he did, the act faded. See, Liz had always been clear about what she didn't want. Marriage and kids.
You know, I used to talk to my therapist about not wanting children and not wanting marriage and all these things. And she used to tell me, Liz, when you meet that right person, you're going to want that, because you just don't want children or a family because you have not met a man where you feel safe with yet. Because I want my inner child to feel safe. I want my children, my future children, to feel safe around their father. You know, I had a father that was like a tyrant, like everyone was scared around him. And that's just not attractive to me. Then I swear, guys, when I met Landon, immediately I thought I would want a family with this guy. And he also told me immediately when we hanged out in Santorini, I knew you were going to be my wife. He's like, I became so protective over you already because I knew this is my wife.
Her childhood was rough, no hugs, no affection. Her mother didn't even say, I love you, until Liz was 14. And her father, completely out of her life. Her mother went through so much. She was cheated on over and over again, until she couldn't take it anymore and finally left her father. So for her, cheating isn't just a red flag. It's trauma. Generational trauma. That's why she struggles to trust men.
Toxic message, this thing I've seen people saying of like, oh, you can never trust a man, like never trust your husband, like he may just cheat on you, you never know. It's like
3 days later.
Like, I know what I did was wrong, and this is not going to happen again, and I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, the man and the woman have to be trusting each other and taking that. that is what builds a good relationship.
That's the most important thing, especially for a woman. If you're going to give that man children and all these things, make sure that you and your children are safe in a financial aspect, because a lot of people don't think about it. They say like, oh no, that's crazy to think about, only love. Love will not buy you a mattress, okay? That costs money. So a lot of things cost money.
But the worst part, the part that's honestly terrifying, her father isn't out of her life because of the cheating. He's gone because he was violent, because he hurt her, because he hurt her sister, and yes, because he tried to unalive them both.
Very close to being unalived and stuff. We had to protect each other when we were younger because we grew up in a abusive household. And when I say it's literally like trying to take our life and this and that. And the first time I was 8, you were 7. My father was trying to take my sister's life, and I was sitting there and I had to plead for her life. So I was like, please, like, don't do this. And this went on for hours.
Letting someone into her heart wasn't easy, yet Landon managed to break down her walls. He gave her the love she'd been craving her whole life. For Liz, this wasn't just romance, it was healing. Fans speculate this was no accident. Landon might have baby-trapped her to keep her tied to him forever. Liz is 4 months pregnant, already past the point of changing her mind, and that's when everything fell apart.
Like, if I were to describe a man that really knows how to be a man in a non-toxic way and knows how to respect a woman, I would literally describe you.
Landon had a secret, a hidden Snapchat account where he messaged a fan, a girl who literally idolized Liz. He flirted, sent her suggestive texts, even tried to meet up. It was shady, it was sneaky, and it was so disrespectful to Liz. But karma, she didn't wait. That same fan, she exposed everything, screenshots and all, sent straight to Liz's best friend. And here's the wild part. Instead of owning up, Landon tried to flip the script. He posted the entire Snapchat convo on Instagram, thinking it would clear his name. But all it did, made it crystal clear he was crashing out. In the Snapchat text, he even told her parts of the relationship were fake, the fam considering he was married. Nonetheless, the text further showed that Landon stated that he was not married and even claimed some of the parts of his relationship to be fake. In one of the screenshots shared by Landon, he called his relationship with Liz complicated. He cited that it was because of the long distance and internet. He once again denied being married to Liz, but admitted that he doesn't have a normal life. In the following texts, Landon several times stressed the fact that he was not married. He was quoted as saying, "I told you it's complicated. Not legally married, maybe will be."
Whatever for this thing that I am acknowledging is wrong, and it's not, it was 5-10 minutes of my life texting somebody that I don't give a fuck about, jeopardizing everything that I have. Like, it's just ridiculous. So yeah, I deserve the hate, and there's not a single person on this planet that is more disappointed or upset. So I don't expect you guys to understand, but I hope you take into consideration that you can make a mistake and get better. And this isn't just a mistake, right? Like, this is breaking trust, but I realized what I did was wrong, and it's never going to happen again. Doesn't mean it's okay. But
Liz clapped back with a response saying, "How are you going to spend close to $1 million on me? Refuse to be more than a week without me, and refuse to do long distance until we get our visa stuff done. Because you want to be attached to my hip, make me get rid of my apartment, move with you all over the world, staying in Airbnbs whilst we wait for the visa process. Cuddled to sleep together 4 days ago. Message me on the plane how much you miss me and so excited to build our family. To then the day you land decide to cheat on Snapchat. The girl was a longtime follower and fan of my content, and she told you no multiple times. Can't even cheat because she didn't want you." Landon's ex-girlfriend Abby has exposed him on TikTok, sharing her own experience with him. Her videos created even more drama, and everyone's pretty much picking teams at this point. Some team Abby, some are team Liz, and very few are team Landon. Let's unpack their stories, figure out what's really going on, and see who's actually being honest here.
This is scary. One of the girls that he allegedly cheated on before, Abby IRL, has come out and put out her own statement in a 30-minute 3-series post here on TikTok, where she brings out receipts with Landon of what she went through with him. And I mean, it's sit down, because this is rough. Abby says she never wanted to put out this video. She's terrified, vulnerable, filled with anxiety, and doesn't want repercussions of this man coming after her again. She alleges that he has already come out. He's already told her, take these videos down or prepare to be sued on multiple videos. She shows that it is an account with the name of Landon LOL. And he apparently blocks her. He dated him for a year from 2023 to 2024. They made her feel safe, then used that against her allegedly. She experienced mental, physical, and emotional abuse. She was gaslit, manipulated, cheated on repeatedly, and physically assaulted during their relationship. She claimed
I have no more shame anymore. There's thousands of women who have gone through what I've been through, plus worse things that's ever happened to them, and they can get out and tell their story. I have enough strength to tell mine. So this is what this video is going to be. I was physically abused by this man. I was mentally by this man. He took my past trauma and made me feel so safe and heard and understood, and I fell for it because I was stupid and a codependent and idiotic. Knew that I was a codependent early on in the relationship because I'm fawning around him because we have fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So we met, we started dating. He cheated on me with the first girl. I'm gonna show you the screenshots. This was the first screenshot. Searching into therapy, and I was about to break up with this man because I was like, you know what, no, like I've been traumatized by men, stay away from me. I held my boundary very firm. He wrote me a love letter, he wrote me a book, he wrote me a song, he came to my house with thousands of flowers every time he messed up, and he just swooned me back in. And I was like, wow, like he's putting this much effort into me, like a month into knowing him. He must love me. I was so stupid, I was so naive, and I was so young to ever think that's what love is. And after experiencing a non-toxic, super loving personality with my boyfriend presently, I'm like, wow, like why was I ever so broken and so alone and so hurt and so desperate to love, to lick a knife of love off of a man? Like, he was cheating on me again. He cheated on me, and this is the first time he laid his hands on me, and I'm gonna show you the video, trigger warning. And he was coming to come get me, and he punched a hole in the wall, he cornered me. I have pictures and videos, hold on. This is him. This is what he would do to get me back in because I started to think that I was the one with the issue because I set the boundary. I showed this, it was that night. We're not even 4 months in. So I took him back because I'm stupid, because he would flood with more notes, more handwritten notes, more flowers, more everything, and he would jump a like 10-foot fence to get into my building, my apartment complex. He would literally like write me notes and everything. Like, it was just so much abuse physically and then mentally. There was this, he sent me like playing house, like what the is the email, apologizing. This is everything, this is everything, this is everything still. Found me at the gym, and then he wanted me to talk to him, and it was just so toxic. He sent me email. I break up with him, I don't see him. He sent me thousands of flowers. He found my address. He found my therapist here in Miami, and she couldn't tell me that, but she was like, your boyfriend, like this and this and this, and I freak out. I'm texting him like, how the f find my therapist? How the f? He's like, I wanted you back. I wanted her to have my experience with you. I wanted her to see that I love you. And I'm like,
Abby opened up about how Landon cheated on her around 7 times, and every single time she forgave him and took him back. Eventually, she found herself pregnant by him, which complicated things even more. On top of that, Abby felt like Landon emotionally manipulated her, convincing her she had borderline personality disorder, also known as BPD. It got so bad that she genuinely believed something was wrong with her, so she ended up going to therapy to cope with it all. And let's not ignore how similar Abby's story is to Liz's. Both mentioned therapy, both talked about childhood trauma, complicated relationships with their dads. I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious Landon has a type. He seems drawn to women who are vulnerable, introspective, and dealing with past trauma, and that pattern is honestly a bit sketchy.
I'm not really a jealous person.
I kind of am.
You are
Yeah.
very possessive
To be
and
honest.
very controlling.
But you're my girl.
I left out a part where I called the police on Landon, December of 23, beginning of 24, because he put his hands on me, and we were in the car together driving home, and I was scared that he was gonna do it again, and he locked the door and I couldn't get out, so I was really terrified. So I did call the police on him once, and when the police came, I always told him, I was like, he's not the type that would like kill me, but he's definitely the type that would kidnap me, and then I never see my family again. I hope that everyone understands I was not the girl he cheated on with. I hope everyone understands that. I did not even want to make this video. I hope everyone understands that better. You're not talking in fight or flight. You're not in a hypervigilant spot. You're worth and deserving being out of this relationship and feeling unconditional love by someone that's so scared to lose you that they won't even disrespect one of your boundaries. There's men like that out there, or women. Not that man. That man did not love you.
A little bit before we had met in person, I was dealing with this relationship, and I said out loud, you know, at the end of the day, whatever I'm dealing with is okay, because there's still girls like the Wizard Liz out there.
Yeah.
And in my head, you know, over the time that I from the time I met you and then watched you become successful, I felt I related with you and the things that you were saying. Like in my head, you were always such a, like an ideal partner, ideal woman, ideal wife.
Landon responded back at Abby's video saying she's mentally unstable and shouldn't be believed. Honestly, that can mean two things. Either Abby genuinely struggles with something like BPD or anxiety, or Landon literally gaslit her into believing it. It's giving major red flags either way.
Abby made a video explaining she tried to warn Liz, the wizard Liz, back in November what happened to her. She sent a DM, Liz never saw it. Abby even says she understands. Liz is famous, DMs get lost. No big deal. But then Abby got a call from a no-caller ID. She picked it up. The woman had an accent, said it was Liz. So Abby followed up with another message. Hey girl, I got your call. Hoping to explain, but Liz never replied. Fast forward, Liz's man cheats. Abby shares her side publicly, rightfully. The thing she said about Liz is that I messaged her and she called me. That's it. Liz responds not with grace, but with insults. She calls Abby a cheater, accuses her of having a sugar daddy, says cheaters belong together. The reality is Abby wasn't attacking, she was helping. Liz retaliated with projection, deflection, and public slander.
And then things escalated even more. Landon slid into Abby's DMs demanding she delete her videos, threatening to sue if she didn't. He fired back publicly with screenshots claiming Abby was actually the one cheating and manipulating him, sharing texts where she seemingly admits involvement with other guys during their relationship, and even posted photos suggesting she was physically aggressive. Landon went all in, painting Abby as a pathological liar, trying to fully discredit everything she said. Abby responded one last time, dropping a video revealing that Landon had even reached out to her family, pressuring them to get her to remove her videos. Honestly, it was getting pretty messy.
We want to talk about the fact that Landon has found my dad's phone number and my brother's phone number, and then reached out to them and was harassing them over and over all night and all morning, trying to get me to take down my videos.
Learning that Landon has been relentlessly harassing Abby and her family, even going as far as suing her. It feels crazy to think that Liz chooses to believe Landon's side of the story. She publicly accused Abby of cheating with a married sugar daddy, all based on evidence provided by Landon himself. Honestly, at this point, doesn't it seem painfully obvious who the real liar is? Landon has shown time and again that he's manipulative and controlling. Liz's reaction has left her fans feeling deeply disappointed, and when she faced backlash, Liz brushed it off, saying, "One week they love me, the next week they hate me, both weeks I get paid." Things escalated further when Liz's sister stepped in to defend both Liz and Landon, urging fans to back off.
Landon is getting death threats every second on his phone. People are calling him every second of the day, telling him to unalive himself, telling him the most disgusting things you can say to a human being. So my sister goes online and says, hey guys, like, stop the death threats, stop this, I'm worried about him. Obviously, like that people are getting upset about the fact that my sister goes and says that, hey, stop sending this man, who is, by the way, the father of her child, who is also, by the way, someone she loved very deeply, tells them, hey, stop the death threats. You guys are canceling her for that? She's now all of a sudden back together with him. First of all, she's never getting back together with him. That's not happening. When she leaves, that's it. Stop making up lies. I'll clarify this. She's not getting back together with him. They're trying to find a way to co-parent. And what happened between Landon and his ex-girlfriend is going to court. So they can go and defend themselves in court and, you know, may the liar get what they deserve.
Given Liz's current pregnancy, emotions and hormones are understandably heightened, so it's not surprising she's lashing out. She's stuck dealing with Landon forever now, facing the reality of co-parenting a future she never anticipated. Ultimately, both Liz and Abby are caught up fighting each other when the real source of trouble has always been Landon. Even Liz herself admitted noticing red flags early on, but chose to ignore them, dismissing her intuition, only to feel blindsided later. Let that sink in. Not only did he cheat, but he also tried to rewrite reality. And I think deep down he wants the same type of social media fame and attention that Liz has. And instead of being supportive, he's jealous. Men like him love to destroy women they secretly envy.
Guys always like, Liz, sometimes it's okay to lie.
Well, no, you just gotta be tactful. I think
Yeah,
that's
I know.
it. You gotta like think about where this is going.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what sucks the most with men like him? In his sick, twisted mind, he still thinks he won. He's tied to her forever through their child, and I think that was always part of his plan. I just wish she could take her own advice, the same advice she gives her fans all the time. Don't bring your relationships to social media.
My previous relationship, when I started like talking about it online, or when I started saying like all the things he does for me, we started to have issues in our relationship, or like his money became like issues and all these things, you know, and I even had to help him out financially, like, and I don't mind doing these things, but I just know this, I need to be very careful with sharing the things that I love or sharing the people that I care about, you know.
Because evil eye is very real and very dangerous.
Protect yourself.
And honestly, She's right. The evil eye is real. There are people who live to see her fail, and right now, they're celebrating. This wasn't just a personal betrayal. It goes against everything that Liz's brand stands for. Her brand is built on manifestation, intuition, feminine power. The worst part? Landon knows this. Public betrayal isn't just humiliation, it's brand sabotage. This is a great reminder to always move in silence when you are in a relationship, especially when you are a big social media personality like Liz.
God blesses those who seek and honor his blessing. So a blessing is something that you're given. It's something you're granted. And God blesses people who honor and seek his blessing. So listen, if you get chosen purpose, on one side, God has blessed you with certain traits and attributes that make you unique.
Seek revenge and we give some people to God. God really blesses you. And God did bless me beyond measures. Like if you have been hurt, if anything happened to you, believe me, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, God will bless you. He never fails. He never fails. He will bless you. Let it go.
Huh? So God put you on this earth to suffer? Is that what you believe? Is that what you believe? To put you on earth to suffer? Is that a loving God for you? No. God wants you to win, okay? He's rooting for you. He is rooting for you. Now you have to start rooting for yourself.
To me, this is giving the male version of Hailey Bieber. Be alleged stalking and fanboy behavior, he was giving off obsessive stan that watched and studied all of her videos so that he became the man that she has manifested and dreamed about. Landon is the geeky nice guy that turned out to be just another liar hiding behind a mask. Once he won and got her pregnant, he got bored with her, so his method acting stopped. For him, Liz wasn't a partner. She was a trophy he needed to win and then humiliate. Instead of breaking down, Liz turned her pain into purpose. Since she legally can't sell the engagement ring, she's donating $50,000 of her own money to support single moms and giving the ring back to Landon. She's not clinging to pain. She's making a statement. She's done, she's healing, and she's moving on. Landon's cheating is a warning to all of us. In a world obsessed with manifesting, love, and sharing every intimate detail online, Liz's story is a cautionary tale. Sometimes the very act of publicly defining your dream man attracts loser men who study your videos and want nothing more than to exploit your deepest vulnerabilities.
I will not settle for someone that's cheating on me. You guys, do you understand what cheating is? Do you understand that that man thinks you're not worthy of loyalty? Cheating is a form of abuse. Cheating is a form of disrespect towards you.
Even if she wanted to take him back after the cheating, her whole career could crumble. She said it herself, this kind of betrayal isn't something she's willing to accept, and if she ever did go back, it wouldn't come without a price. Her brand is all about strong, independent women who don't settle for men that bring nothing but toxicity.
Landon asked me a question once about if he or my cat Felix were on a cliff, who would I save? And I started crying because I was like, why would you ask me that and let me imagine my cat on a cliff?
She started flaming me. She's like, Landon, why would you ever end up on a cliff like that? How could you do that?
Yeah, and I was like, I was getting so emotional because I was imagining Felix hanging from a cliff.
It's a fair question.
No, like my cats are my babies. I cannot imagine it. And also I feel like if I were to choose you to save you, I cannot save you. You're very big, you know?
I seriously don't get why he'd even ask that. What was the point? And him laughing through the whole thing? Low-key creepy. Liz lives for her cats. They're not just pets. They're her babies. So why keep pushing when he knew it hurt her?
And I got so emotional after he asked that. I was like, damn. To make matters worse, he tells me, different scenario. If a train was going very hard at both of us, me or Felix, who would you save? And so, okay, I would save you, but I would hate you for the rest of my life because my cat is dead. And that also made me so emotional. Just thinking that a train is going at my cat, like, actually makes me want to cry.
But here's the silver lining. Landon didn't win. Sure, they'll always be connected through their child, but he walks away with the shame. Liz? She lost a ring. He lost her respect, and everything that came with their relationship. Liz will rebuild stronger than ever, raising her child with grace, dignity, and self-love. Let her betrayal be your reminder. Protect your heart, trust your gut, and never ignore the red flags. Because sometimes losing someone isn't a loss at all. It's the best win life could give you,